but also got a new contactor for it, since this one's pretty toast, and I believe it may only be putting 180 volts through there. So I'm getting the full, 220, 230 up here, but after that it's only reading 160 or 70 or something like that. So I believe that contactor's toast, and that may also be a problem. So I'm gonna put a new one of those on. So step one here, definitely got to pull your breaker or your shut off. Got no power. It's always smart to discharge your capacitors. You just cross the terminals on all of them, make sure they all to the common there. It should be relatively discharged, and then we're gonna work on the contactor first here. So I'm gonna secure that. I'm gonna make sure we know what we're doing here. Yeah, we got basically it's a switch, and you got your lines coming in, your 220, and then going out up here. So we got our blacks on one side, and we got our yellows on the white side. That's what it looks like. All right, I got the contactor disconnected with 2 screws that are holding it in. I just got to disconnect all these wires. This is your 24 volt from your thermostat that triggers it to turn on. It's like a relay. So we're just gonna disconnect that and then hook it up. So here's the old contactor. In general, it looks kind of crusty. The actual contacts don't really look too bad. I think worse than anything is these connectors, and the connections are pretty rough. So possibly even just by switching them and moving everything around, we'll clean them a little bit, and we'll get a little bit better result out of here. But I'm still gonna hook up this new contactor. See this one, the contacts are enclosed, and these are just the in and outs, and then the sides where you hook up the 24 volts. So it's a little different, but pretty much the same thing. Alright, I got the new contactor hooked up. It was pretty simple. Just down here, got our lines coming in, put them back where they were. Up here, got our plugs, our blacks. The only thing I had to do was these wires right here had a little spade connector on them type that went around the old screw terminal here. So I had to just cut that off and twist the wire and put it in here and screw it down, since it's a little different. That's just fine too. And it's got our 20 volts. They're on either side of this instead of just on one side. So that's it really. That's all you got to do to replace that contactor. And any 2-pole contactor is what most of these air conditioners use. It'll be basically the same type of thing, same type of setup. So any contactor you see that says 2-pole, and this one was actually a 30 amp. I went ahead and got a 40 amp one, just in case we're pulling a little extra power on startup here, which I anticipate. So that's how you replace the contactor.